Some of their better contributors from last year able to add through the transfer, portal and through recruiting. Exciting about this team this year.
And here we go again. You talk about Texas Southern. They are regulars in the NCAA tournament. Got a lot of size up front too, with Kenny Hunter and Grayson Carter both going 6'10". Should be a good game here today. Blue Cane, speaking of double team there, Lawrence, Silas Demery with the drive. Good kick. Canes 3-ball. That's no good, but a foul. And it'll be 3 free throws to get it going. And that's a tough start. Kavion McClain.
Free ones, but good start for the Dogs. Good ball movement.
All right, Blue Cane trio of veteran guards there. They couldn't get the jumper going. And Tennessee,
today's opponent and last week's opponent provided, drastically, contrasting styles. But different challenges, for the Dogs to be able to continue to adjust as the season carries on.
And there you see the 5 for Texas Southern. Again, is McClain, who is the headliner. He is a flat-out scorer from Memphis, Tennessee.
So excited to see where, this team goes this year.
So a turnover for Georgia after the turnover from the Tigers of Texas Southern, which is located in Houston. And there's the big man Hunter with the pull-up money. That's one of those pro scouts. 6 foot, able to keep it in play. And back the other way comes Colby Granger, a 5th-year senior from Missouri, Texas. It'll be McClain. He's going to run the point this time down the floor. Gets a good screen from Hunter. Pull up from 17. Good.
Yeah, he's comfortable operating all around the court.
Crossover there as they try and work it inside. Hunter with a little baby hook. That's too strong. And here's Blue Cane coming back the other way. Dogs haven't made a field goal yet. It's 4-3 Texas Southern. Demery get to the iron again, and there's the finish from the 5-star. Good hands, Marcus. You could catch an underrated aspect. Asa Newell, great hands.
Yeah, outstanding hands. And yeah, you're absolutely right about that, Jeff. Big men that can catch the ball away from the goal, at the goal. Man, let alone be able to protect the job. Recognizes delegating and finding the most out of his staff's value will allow the whole program to be successful.
And here is McClain. I like his game.
Yeah, shifty guy.
Here's
hard
Carter
to deal with.
Against Newell, lays a little more beefy. This is going to be a good experience for Newell here today.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, that's not something you see on the regular these days. It's a different day and age, not just in the collegiate basketball ranks, but in the game of basketball. Not as many true big men, not as many post touches in previous years, but it is a challenge when there's constant.
Here's R.J. Godfrey. That one rattles out no good.
Guy we saw right here on the opposing team last year, JD, and he lit it up here then. So.
One of 2 transfers from a substitution now for Texas Southern as they get Alex Anderson into the game. I'm still freaked out by these numbers above 5. It's going to take me a while to get used to that. As Anderson backs in, nice move over LeFew, a little kiss off the square.
Yeah, that's a beautiful move over a high challenge there by Sompto.
Good drive, counted, and a foul. Let's see if that ignites the sophomore Silas.
Relationships, we're in a different day and age of the sport in the collegiate level. And it starts with relationships. He's done a fantastic.
That's a dangerous team to play in say, a 2-15 type game.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, again, you mentioned it. You got explosion, creativity there at lead guard, and then you're able to get the size.
And that's a crafty play underneath there by 2-5 in the Maroons
here in the last 10 years or so. Tremendous athleticism, explosions, physical player.
Looks like a junior or senior. He's got an NBA body already.
Yeah, they're coming a little bit different these days.
Through traffic, strong finish with the left hand.
Good acrobatic finish, gets the ball away from the defense, takes on some contact.
And Lawrence, a transfer from Vanderbilt. That is a great head fake there from Josh Farmer. It spins in and out, no good though.
Some creative finishing we're seeing here thus far. He didn't get that one to go, but did a great job of getting the ball outside of the frame of the defense.
Could Lawrence be one of the, I don't want to say more underlooked, as LeFew will fire 3 and knock it down.
There he goes, gets it going early. Excellent drive and kick there by Silas Demery out to LeFew. And the Dogs have broken the seal there at the 3-point line.
So Georgia by 5, maybe not one of the more high-profile transfers, but with Lawrence, that experience, all those minutes at Vandy, he could be just what the doctor ordered for the Dogs.
Without a doubt. I mean, they needed wing experience at this level. He's a guy that has been here in the SEC, knows what it looks like. He was A guy that threatened to transfer here. You see the basket there by Texas Southern, but he's a guy that knew exactly what the doctor ordered. They need experience on the wing, and they got it with Tyler Lawrence.
Oh, that's going to be a foul on Hunter, and I hate that for him. He just bit on the head fake, but another nice jumper, 14-footer and a 12-footer for the 6'10". But back to the line, he had an old-fashioned three-point play earlier in the game. Really take advantage.
It's tough. You look at the length, the amount of actual time you're going to be spending on the floor. Extended minutes.
Josh Farmer on the boards. Texas Southern out running the floor. Farmer. Nice move. Oh, the reverse layup. They'll count that one with a goal 10.
Good job there by Farmer. Initiating the contact, taking it to Santos' chest. They left him very.
James, Georgia with the offensive board. And Kane gets hacked going in. This will be on Farmer. All right, that'll take us into a timeout. Just under 12 to play in the first. It's a three-point Georgia lead. Sunday.
An exam on a Wednesday doesn't sound like my cup of tea, but who am I to judge?
Florida, it might only seem like an extra hour or so on the plane, but it matters.
I got some stories to contrast that point, JD. It is tough.
And by the way, not keeping it nice, it was a noisy day in the SEC on Friday.
Yes, it was.
In the world of Southeastern Conference hoops. Here's Farmer on the drive.
Handling the ball well.
My goodness, 6'10" off the bench. Farmer's got 4.
Skill is not at a premium here. Everybody seems to have a little bit of it, out here on the perimeter.
Oh, and here's another of the transfers, Justin Absent from Appalachian State, averaged 7 points, 7 boards a year ago. LaFue's floater won't go. We got a whistle, a blocking foul. Got him in the rules. MJ there.
You just look at it, rebounds, just consistent, no turnovers. Knows himself very well early here for a dominant freshman.
He had 5 dunks in the game as well. Marcus said this guy's as good a finisher as I've seen, especially at this stage of his career.
It's a skill. 5 dunks in a collegiate game is it's hard to come by.
Sure is. Here's Weisinger. Gets it off to the big man. Kenny Hunter fading away. He knocks it down. Gap in the talent level. I just think the overall talent level on this team has come up.
Well, it's significant. I'll tell you this from personal experience. This is probably the most talented team the last decade easily. Great shot there. Again, Dakota looked ready, a 7A tournament team league. And those were 2 tournament teams. So, you got it. In order to get in that top 10, that top 9. Ooh. The tough foul there, tough drive there, getting to the middle of the paint. I mean, that's been a weakness.
They asked me about the Georgia team, and I said, I think Georgia will be really good this year. I go, here's the deal, though. There are 9 SEC teams in the preseason top 20. No doubt.
Again, a good team in this conference may be the best team in another one. But the fact of the matter is you're in this conference, you're in for a war. You sign yourself up for a war every single night.
Well, and I think that's a part, too. And you name the sport as Demery will drive. That's going to be a tripping foul here on Texas Southern. And they are carrying a heavy foul load here.
Yeah.
And Zaire Hayes gets it. It's hard.
Opportunity here if you're able to put together a competitive non-conference slate. Which is
we picked a tough year for a rebuild, year 1 in the SEC.
Yeah, you'll see that this year in this sport. And it's the new normal.
It's the new normal. And what a battle it is, game in and game out. Here's Jackson Posey with the drive. Hunter again, the big man showing the range. He's got 8 points, and they've all been from the perimeter.
All been from the perimeter. Outstanding touch. Reminds me a lot of a big man that played for Johnny Jones at LSU, Johnny O'Brien. Great touch away from the goal. Gets very, high arc on release on the shot.
Here's Kane for
Tough
Godfrey. Demery. Texas Southern really getting after it defensively. LaFue, great head fake, sidestep, 3-ball, good!
Talk about a guy that's cozy on the wing. Is one you see often in freshmen. For him personally, that's something that separates him along with the skill set.
Do you find for taller players as well? Inbound to LaFue for another 3. And I'm not gonna get good. His 4th 3 of the day. Dakota LaFue shoots the Dogs to an 11-point lead.
They got him, JD. Again, they got their designated perimeter score. He gives up one on the other end. It's a good seal and finish there. Again, Texas Southern right back at him, but they know who they can depend on for perimeter scoring, microwave scoring there. They got that.
Great seal there by Posey, as Marcus said. And I think getting back to, as Kane will drive, I love the pace of this game, by the way. For the taller players, it can be easier to defend, easier to board in high school. How about that hook from R.J. Godfrey?
Yeah, it's an excellent move. Can you get a one-on-one in the post? Definitely a role there for him.
Demery, Godfrey, Blue Cade with the fake. Demery.
There he goes.
Asa Newell, 3-ball won't go. Good touch, though. Blue Cade.
Continue to separate here early.
Jackson Posey misfires. Kane to the boards. Georgia stretched out to a 13-point lead. The fouls and then LeFew off the bench making the difference. And a reach and a foul here.
It builds here in the first half.
As Demery hits the first. With the atmosphere here.
At night and day here, selfishly as a player who played here 10 years ago, I always was thanking goodness that he's been electric.
Weisinger, now Texas Southern, works it with Jackson Posey. High kiss, what a nifty shot in traffic by Jalen Jackson Posey.
That's it.
In the first, Georgia by 11. Lawrence, back for Cade, 10 to shoot. Asa Newell up strong, the finish and the foul.
We've hit on it a couple times. Just his feel, for the contact, the point of contact, point of contest.
Look at that.
Just the picture that they're seeing on the rim is constantly changing. The verticality's been great.
Here's Carter. 2-on-2, big man stripped and a foul. I think they get Kane for this one. We'll wait and see. As powerhouses with all these big guys, that's 5 fouls you've got to give.
Need it. The back end of the year, injuries come about, among other things. You're going to need that kind of depth.
Repertoire. Yeah. Marcus got all these great saves.
Been hanging around for a while now.
Here's Lawrence to R.J. Godfrey. James. Lawrence for a 3. That's off the mark, and we got a hold. This is going to be against Georgia. I think this will be on.
For you fans, sometimes you get that cluttered up action, and you need some of those natural
foul and overtime.
I think so. If you have not already fouled out in regulation.
Yeah, there's a 3.5 to go. We're trying to extend this 11-point lead. Lawrence getting a little out of control, misses, but hey, throw it at the rim. You got guys there to finish. James gets a shot blocked by Carter, and the second one will be panicking, even when Georgia was able to extend the lead as that first free throw by James.
Some people might think that's a little unconventional, but when you're able to get the full slate, particularly with your
40 years, just a basketball hotbed.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's one of the best young players, maybe the very best young player in that part of the region. So, Dogs extremely excited about that, and look at it.
Right on
we
cue.
go. Our first 3 of the season.
So, but he's got very good upside.
Yeah, he has tremendous upside. One of the best passers, if not the best passer on the roster. Tremendous vision, ability to make plays. He's just going to have to continue to adjust to the speed of the game. Look at that catch. And again, the right hand. And again, you hit on it, JD, a couple times. The hands in combination with the touch. As common and as simple as it seems for an average casual fan, they wouldn't be able to interpret how rare that skill set is when it's as good as Asa Newell's.
And this foul will go against Dakota LeFew. Nice stroke there. Jalen Wise, 275. Second one, no. R.J. Godfrey directing traffic. As Lawrence goes down the baseline.
There he
Beautiful
goes.
feed to LeFew. And there's R.J. Weak side board. Lawrence, LeFew. The drive this time, and a trip and a foul. And this one possession in basketball, but Georgia heavily leading the time of possession.
17 rebound margin there for the Dogs. A lot of it being the fact that they're having.
Here's Texas Southern in the forecourt with Weisinger. Nice drive, the kick.
Good extra kick. Outstanding contest.
Hey, I love the crack at the 2-for-1. Johnny Jones drew it up, shot, just didn't fall. Now Georgia, about a 5-second differential, will work the clock down. Yeah. See if they jump into a double, maybe with Hunter against LeFew.
I think so. You'll see it. But
there it is.
We'll get that quick roll.
LeFew with the drive and double dribble on that one.
He was thinking it, should have thrown that ball, skipped it across to Savo, but either way it goes, Tigers one more possession, just over 10 seconds.
See if they can get this one to go cut in this Georgia lead and get some momentum. Man, that one won't go.
This is the tough part about that.
Dragic, will he let it fly? He will.
Too much.
No good. And we will head to intermission with Georgia leading Texas Southern 47-29. We'll go around the SEC. Have our first end of the first half. Georgia able to extend the lead.
They didn't get a rebound there, but again, able to create a second shot opportunity, and that's what they weren't able to do in the first half.
And here's Granger for Hunter. That's his spot.
Yep. You know he's comfortable there. He has no problem.
Asa Newell stepping out front, the fabulous freshman. Lawrence with Hunter guarding him. Godfrey from the left elbow. That won't go.
There
Gets his
goes.
own miss.
We talked about second shot opportunities. And Tyron Lawrence getting on the board again, another three for another.
Straight three. Can't get that one again.
Good
That's a
rebound.
tough rebound in traffic there for Jackson Posey. Good diagonal pass. McLean, great head fake, drive, little floater, good.
Yeah, again, you see what's been missing in the first half. This is a guy that consistently is able to generate offense for this ball club, and not having that over such a long stretch really debilitated the team.
50-33. McLean just ran into a Godfrey screen. Oh, my goodness.
A
Johnny
sigh of
Jones.
relief there for Silas Demery. He's a guy who worked a tremendous, amount on his jump shot.
And Carter can't finish. I think Johnny Jones just looked to the heavens and might have said, well, maybe it's not our day today, as Blue Cade finishes, and it's Georgia by 22. That margin is going the other way. Johnny Jones not.
With a rebound. Asa Newell's yet to get one go. Beautiful looking stroke.
So with Lawrence and Demery in particular, could they be elite perimeter defenders in this league?
I think so. I mean,
Oh, that's nice from McLean. That's elite right there.
we talk about the finishing that Georgia's been able to do. Texas Southern simply hadn't. Simply because the vertical threats, we talk about just rim protection and being able to have consistent verticality.
And there's McLean sneaking in. I think he was hiding behind Newell at 6'11". The steal, the three, money.
That's
That'll
what they've
get you
been
back
waiting
in
for.
it.
When you got to go 15 minutes straight of straight game time without that, it makes a huge difference.
And here's R.J. Godfrey as that lead is cut down to 17. Mr. McLean on a 5-0 run. And here come the Tigers back the other way. And there's a big-time block there by R.J. Godfrey.
Big's got to run down the middle of the court.
Blue Cane for three.
There it is.
Bottom. And that's Blues' first three.
Yeah, for the folks at home, one thing begets the other. You get a strong vertical defensive attempt there. R.J. Godfrey, that's another huge shot by McLean. And you get two bigs running down the middle of the field out there.
Now, Kane cannot finish that one. Granger with the rebound.
Big possession here for the Tigers. Down 19.
Let's see if that one counts. It does. Jackson Posey now with 4. And a spark from here as Jalen Jackson Posey steps to the stripe and finishes the old
Scenario, you got to be able to control the boards. It's the rebounding, it's the turnover margin, it's field goal percentage. Can we stop them from scoring comfortably?
There's the lob for Cyril. Great catch in traffic, and he finishes with contact.
I like to think that's a biased call in the other way. Right there, he earned that one. Probably should have earned 3 of them. Good job there, keeping the ball high, being physical at the point.
Mike White wanted the foul.
There he goes,
There's
taking
Hunter.
pop.
That's his spot. I mean, 15 feet,
A layup for him.
money.
He's proven that here tonight.
Well, you got to think these two, they could run some really good pick and roll stuff when they get into league play. Here's James for Georgia.
Nice drive.
Draws the foul.
A good job. Straight line drive down.
Alabama, you draw these guys first round, a 2-15 game.
I would put my guys on high alert if we had to see them in a postseason scenario. This is a team, and again, you talk about it, the strongest power they're going to have when that time comes, they're going to have nothing to lose.
Right?
And they have the talent to get it done, so it's going to be a matter of the teams they play. Look at that.
Great
We
pass.
talked about it, playmaking.
Go.
Another layup there. That's what I'm going to call it, their changer, for your long-term success. But they having it here early in the season is a good sign.
LeFew, now Lawrence, under 10. Shot clock now at 5. Cyril, nice feed for James, and he finishes.
Good catch, good finish, Santo. These bigs have been trained really, well to look weak side when they touch it in the pocket, as we call it, that middle alley of the floor. Good job by them.
Hunter again, good from the elbow, automatic.
Again, layup after layup as far.
Well, they have been a great 1-2 punch, Hunter and McLean, as Lawrence drives and finishes with the left.
Good job using that inside hand to finish. He's done a good job for them thus far. A quick trigger. Wow.
Wow.
It's Tyrone.
So for Blue Cane, he has matched his career best for boards. He had 8 up at Ohio State in the NIT last year, and a foul here. Well, I was told is a free throw.
Photoshop. I can't let him get away with that. My boys were just talking about me down here on the baseline. Like, man, so they're 2-point guards, but as you can see, the game's changed so much. A lot more positionless, getting them both on the floor at the same time. Working on getting this look.
Deep three, no, but a foul. And good sportsmanship there from
When you foul the other team's best shooter.
and he missed right on cue, of course. As Georgia leads Texas Southern by 17. Well, you know, it's crazy, too, with the 12-team college football playoff.
Good drive there.
Ooh, nifty there, just can't finish. Mostel. Under 10 to play here. Georgia comfortably in front, 70-51. Texas Southern made its charge. Great hands there from Godfrey. That one stripped away, and it'll be Newell who'll step to the line. All right, Marcus.
We're good players who get to the line sometime and players who can stay at the line. So I think he'll be there. About whether he can capitalize and be a consistent threat there, because it's really, really hard to deal with a team that has big men that can shoot 75+.
Dimry three, that one short. What a board there by Newell. Can't quite control it. Dimry does for Georgia. That one's tipped away. Texas Southern back the other way. Mostel wild runner and a charge called. Very good potential on both ends of the floor. Big boys in the power conferences, whether you're a mid-major here, really, Marcus, in the end, these games, yeah, you want to win. It's all about getting yourself ready for your league.
Yeah, they got themselves a 2-for-1 opportunity, rare opportunity to get both of these in-state schools back-to-back nights pretty much on Sunday and Tuesday. But, hey, how you finish this game is probably going to be how you start the next one, okay? Do you want to go through these 2 games and kind of see yourself getting worse?
Clemson or Georgia and Tech as Asa Newell hits the
Athens just, 70 miles away from each other and gets to play 2 quality
line in about a 2-minute stretch early in this second half.
Got a little quiet here. Bulldogs found a way to kind of neutralize some of his explosion.
Georgia, good defense. Boy, that's one of those, you take advantage of the help with the open man.
Survivors, league, so to speak.
All right, coaches love what I'm about to bring up with you here. Nice drive, rejection by Asa Newell. They're going to get a foul on this one. It's a different story, though. You're playing somebody picked to finish 13th as that first free throw is good.
You don't hold the value, but you talk about getting that conference slate. You have to do it for algorithm, so to speak, from there.
Yeah, and a lot of times, I think just as a fan, you feel more nervy when your team, well, this is a game we're supposed to win. There's the lob for Newell and a 2-hand jam.
Yes, sir. A head top, as the young people like to call it. And that's a perfect pass there. Silas Dimry, a set play. Able to crease that back screen here. No, just floating down there in the dunk spot, called for it. You see it. We talked about his finishing ability earlier, and he shows it there.
That is non-verbal communication.
Able to kind of signal for it and get it. Beautiful.
Oh, it rattles out.
Nobody else is finding themselves in this game. There were some games there.
10 boards for Blue Cane.
10 boards. Let's make sure we call that a new career high for him. And double digits. I think that's a double-double for Blue Cane, too.
And Lawrence with a 3-ball. Well, everything going in for Georgia right now.
Yeah, they've officially. You got to get the most out of it, unlike a perimeter player. And there's going to be some fouls with perimeter player. But big man's going to have to take some fouls sometimes simply because it's your job to go in there and create, create contact, create, a contest at the rim. That's going to be a 50-50 call for a referee. So you got to make all your fouls legitimate. There are going to be some times where you got to really, really focus on going vertical, and Texas Southern just hadn't been able to do that today.
So McLean's got 13. He and Hunter combined have 29. Love his game. I mean, those kids, you got to think they're going to be all swag this year. And there's another dunk from Newell.
The passing's impressive. The Bulldogs up and down the boards.
Pick number 2 behind Grambling, which went toe-to-toe with Ole Miss on Friday night. So a couple of very good mid-majors. There's McLean creating the turnover. Nice behind-the-back pass for Hunter. Blocked by Lawrence, but the finish. Good hustle coming down. off the Sorrell screen. LeFew open for three. Too strong.
Good job crashing.
Yeah, both teams still going hard. Lawrence kept that one alive, and a foul will be on Weisinger. That'll be his first, and Georgia going back.
Plus 25, you're not getting past that. All the extra opportunities to get another.
Demery buries them both. Well, Silas Demery got into foul trouble in the opener early.
Lots of playmakers there.
Demery can't finish. Abson keeps it alive. There's another offensive board for Georgia. Dresgeach has it stripped and a foul. What do you say, Marcus? 1-2 punch up front.
The Dogs got a lot of great young talent.
And I think as time goes by in this era that we're in, and I think I've thought about this, football now that we're in the basketball season here, is James with a nice feed underneath for Abson. Dresgeach, Demery three ball, yes.
Gets another one to go. I know who was waiting on that one. First three Demery had to go, had to crawl up the backboard that time, straight in for a swish.
So Marcus, you worked as a coach, of course, for a great player in broadcasting. And obviously, especially for college coaches recruiting, you're thinking a year, 2, 3 years over recruiting and everything.
Yep.
I wonder if this era with the portal and everything that goes with it, my best advice for coaches would be enjoy.
Oh man, in regards to recruiting, it's constant and consistent. However, you got to be able to delegate some of that action, and that's what we got to do as coaches, and that's what we got to try to teach our players to do.
So Anderson now with 6, make it 7. Doing a nice job off the bench today for Texas. So they've got a lot of good pieces. They got 2 really good frontline players in Hunter and McLean. And unfortunately, Marcus, McLean got in foul trouble in the first half, and then Hunter in the second half. They just didn't have the 2 of them on the floor together enough here.
Dynamo there. Went on a stretch there that really kind of scared the Dogs, but they were able to tighten the screws.
20, I think their stat sheet might have frozen up.
That's 20 now after the second free throw.
So 89-61, Bulldogs leading Texas Southern. That's another good strong drive there. They can't finish, and a late blocking foul called there, but a good move from Weisinger. Just hit a pair.
Doing a good job here.
Bat with the Peach State Classic. The Sunday, Tuesday, as this free throw is no good. Suppose he can't get that 3 to go.
You know, it's a chance for them to kind of regain confidence. A lot of players able to have big offensive games, really big defensive games too.
LeFew 3.
There he goes, maintaining his title. That makes 23 for him now, 5 threes. He's looking like the player that he was last year, albeit on a higher level.
Texas Southern just can't get the 3 to go. Garesi.
A reward, and you know, it takes men that are eventually going to be men of service. Great men who play those roles. They allow for these teams to, you know, be best prepared.
Brandon Klatsky's jumper is rejected. It goes to Dylan James. And I think a lot of times you'll see walk-ons become good coaches because for scout
35 games worth of scout team in, you're going to become a smart player quick.
100%.
And all of a sudden, floppy America's play, pin and pull, all these different concepts and actions become like breathing.
Southern, as they'll try and get one more bucket to go here. And that 3 just won't go. And the 3 ball has not been there tonight for Texas Southern. They'll wind up 1 for 19, and Georgia will run out the clock and win this one 92-64. Impressive victory for the Dogs here today, Marcus.
Impressive without a doubt. Anytime you can beat a team that has a strong chance of winning their league by almost 30 points in November, you're headed good places. So good win for the Dogs, able to put the ball down on the court, celebrate victory number 2 in what should be a promising season. And
for Texas Southern, a bright future. They can get back to the desk. They just got to keep Hunter and McLean on the court together.
That's it. They can do that. They can find a little bit more consistency on the glass, finish possession strong.